Yes.
Was that Kid and Play? Yeah.
Yeah, that was. It made
What's
me
up,
think of that. Yeah.
everybody? We were just going down memory lane, the old hip hop movies of the '80s.
Oh yeah. Oh,
House Party,
early '90s. Early '90s.
or was that early '90s? That was
Mm-hmm.
in the cross colors era of hip hop, right?
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, that soundtrack that actually was played on the ship when we went over when we did our float overseas. That
Uh huh.
soundtrack was one of the biggest soundtracks that they were playing all through that fucking thing. So yeah,
Really?
early '90s.
Yeah. I don't quite remember the movie. I know I watched one of them not too recently
Mhm.
because there's like two or three, right?
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. Yeah.
And I watched part of it, and I was just like, "What in the holy fuck am I watching?"
It
And
might
I
have
had
been
to
the
turn
later
it
one.
off.
Yeah,
I had to
yeah,
turn it
yeah. I
off
don't think
because
that was the first one.
it was just so stupid, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
like it was just so dumb. And it was like all these rappers from that era that were terrible actors, you
yeah.
know, like you're just like, God damn, can somebody throw an actor in here?
Yeah, after the
Can a
first one, it
brother
went
get an
straight
actor?
downhill. Yeah, it went straight downhill. It did. They sent one of
Uh,
them to college and some crazy shit like that.
yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, yeah, that one sucked. The first one that had real actors and all that shit.
You know.
Hell, they even had that. What the fuck was this? Is it Chili Chill? The rapper Chili Chill. He was there. He's in the first one, and that's when he could still walk.
Oh, yeah, that's 1991, House Party 2.
91. Yeah, 90. Yeah. So yeah, I remember that. That is a good movie. Good movie. Good movie. You know, shit. We were talking about movies the last time. Shit.
God.
Huh? Shit. Hey, and then I wanted to take umbrage on the last episode because you were saying how I didn't bring up John Madden's death, but I believe we weren't recording that week that he died.
You know,
Like we believe so.
we
So
recorded on the
like 2 days
30th, like
before.
maybe we
Yeah,
recorded on like the 27th
yeah, something like that.
of
And then he
of
died.
January, and I put it out on the 30th, I think.
Mhm.
And then uh,
Yeah, yeah, he passed away like on a Tuesday or something like that.
right before New Year's. What day was
Yeah,
that? Because you
yeah,
might be
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah. Because I'd have brought that straight up. I would have been like, to the great John Madden.
He died. He died the day after we recorded because we recorded the 27th, and he died the 28th.
We almost had it. Almost had it. Ah,
Almost,
there we go.
almost.
That's okay.
I
That's
like how
okay.
they say past teams that he coached, the Las Vegas Raiders. He didn't coach the fucking Las Vegas
No,
Raiders.
he didn't. No, because the Oakland Raiders, motherfuckers. Come on now. Come on. That's just them like they're saying that the the Las Vegas Raiders never had a losing season.
Well, I do want to
Technically,
talk a
they
little
haven't.
bit about football because you know what I want to say. Uh, he was born in Austin, Minnesota,
Hold up. Hmm. And then
which
they
is
migrated out to here.
that's
Yeah.
actually about 5 hours from my house.
Yeah. And
Um,
they migrated out to here. I think he grew up the rest of his time in Daly City.
that's right. That's right. I
Hmm.
see. I always thought that he was a Bay Area native, but I guess not. But
Uh-uh.
uh, I do want to say Niners, y'all. I woke up this morning and my wife was like, "Hey, did you know that the 49ers won last night?" And I was like, "They did?" Okay.
All
No.
right, let me go rock their shirt. Let me get a jersey.
Well, I'm wearing my Giants gear.
Oh, okay.
I'm wearing
Okay,
my Giants
represent a little bit.
Giants and camo because
Oh,
it's
lovely.
it's been butt ass cold. This is what the weather's done. Butt ass cold. We're talking like in like -10 to 20,
Oh, that's negative, like a
And
motherfucker.
then it was 2 days of like 30 to 40 degrees. So warm,
What?
right? So that's a 50-degree swing. That's a 50 fucking degree
It's,
swing.
it's like 30 degrees, warm. What?
It is warm, dude. When it's negative 20 and it swings 50 degrees, bro, to thirty
That's
degrees,
baking. Yeah, you started
that's
baking that day,
warm.
huh? Yeah.
That's warm. And shit started melting because there's snow on the ground. But
Right,
then
right.
it got back down to like zero. So it dropped, it swung like 50 degrees one way and then 40 degrees the other way.
Oh,
And
boy, you're talking about climate change.
everything just iced over. And then it snowed and it
Oh,
stayed cold and it snowed again. And it's been snowing this weekend. Like, it hasn't snowed a lot. There's not like there's a lot of snow on the ground. There's maybe 6 inches of snow on the ground. Like
damn.
I had to shovel the driveway and sidewalk this morning, but there wasn't that much snow. Like, it didn't take long at all. But it's
Okay.
just like it'll snow like an inch, and then it'll just get packed down into ice, and then it'll snow 2 more inches. It'll get packed
And then
down to
more
ice.
ice.
It's just my sidewalk is fucking treacherous as fuck. I took the dog for a walk,
There you are, walking the
and
dog in the snow.
I'm just like an angry man shaking his fist at people's houses. Put salt on your damn sidewalk.
I know the sidewalk is two sizes thicker on the one side. You got my like 17 inches higher just because of the
Dude,
fucking
yeah,
ice and snow.
yeah. Well, I mean, I it's funny because all brings back memories of last year, right? Because
Right.
uh totally new to the area, the winter time and all that, and like you can just tell there's some people that are good neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
They when it snows, they get their snowblower out, they blow the snow out, and then they put salt, and they're very nice sidewalks to walk the dog down. But then this asshole down the street, he doesn't shovel half of his sidewalk. He'll do to his driveway, and that's where he
Right.
stops. It's like the
Yeah.
sidewalk didn't end there, motherfucker. I know there's a sidewalk, right? Last year I didn't know that because I just moved here and never
Right.
walked by your house before, and I figured, well, the sidewalk just ends? That's wild. No, the sidewalk does not end. You just don't shovel it.
He said, "Fucking, I'm lazy."
I mean, and
Fuck it.
my neighborhood is like the nice neighborhood. There's big ass fucking
Right.
houses, people like these are the fucking rich folk, and they
Mm-hmm.
don't shovel. Like, god damn,
They don't get people out there to shovel for them.
some people do pay. Like, it's so fucking hilarious, dude, because it'll be a bro on his four-wheeler with a snowplow attached to it, and he'll just drive down the sidewalk with the snowplow, boom, and his four-wheeler, and then he'll go like a block over and do somebody else's house. That's what he does. You'll see him in the morning.
Nice. He got a nice little fucking little route to do.
Yeah, yeah, it's like his paper route, but he's like 35 years old.
He makes a killing during the winter.
Man, yeah, it's the same dude I see him mowing lawns in the summer.
Oh shit! So he's got a racket going, huh? He's doing it winter, spring, summer, and fall. Goddamn.
Dude, there's
Good shit.
so many guys that do that. There's so many guys that do that. Like the
Bet.
guy that did my lawn the first year that we were here because I didn't have a lawnmower,
Right.
and uh, like I'm pretty sure that he had just a regular job, and then after work he'd go mow people's lawns. Like because he'd
Side
come to my
hustle like a
house at
motherfucker.
like 6:30 on a Tuesday, mow my lawn, take 40 minutes to mow and trim my lawn, and then I pay him $45 or whatever, and then he's
Right.
off somewhere else. And it's like now,
Right.
like, well, it's just funny because I just decided that I'm just going to turn my entire yard into a garden. So every year I'm
There
going
you
to
go.
put more and more, like I'm going to just tear up the grass more and more so I don't have to
More.
fucking mow it.
Deal with it
Dude,
at all.
I hate mowing lawns. Like
Yes.
it looks so nice when it's done and it's all trimmed and it's just like it looks so nice. but I hate doing it. I hate it so much.
I hate putting gas in the lawnmower.
Well, yeah, and my kids are old enough to like responsibly hand them over something that's got a metal blade attached to it.
And a motor. Something with just a motor in it, goddamn.
Well, I let my youngest walk like underneath me, kind of between my legs, pushing it.
Right.
And then I was just like, this is not a good idea. Because like it kicks up rocks and whatever,
It spits shit out, yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? Why don't you go inside and play video games?
Yeah. A parent never said, unless the kid was right underneath them, hey, go inside and play some video games, motherfucker.
Yeah, you haven't played video games enough today.
Yeah, exactly. Go on out there. I know the sun's shining, but get inside, goddammit. Shit.
Dude. So, yeah. So, but I was talking with some people yesterday. Like, I was just like, man, I do. The winters are still interesting to me. Like, I haven't got tired of them because not living in winter time, it doesn't really bother me that much. Like, it sucks. Right. It's cold. It's cold for sure. But I've got warm clothes and,
don't go out that much.
Well, I have a brand new furnace and, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, you don't spend a lot of time outside, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you're going from your house to your garage to your car,
right?
And then I take the dog on a walk. She doesn't want to be outside when it's that cold. Like,
man, don't you have a little pad set up right outside the door so she can just shit there and then you just
don't even get me fucking started about the dog shit. It melted, the yard turned to ice, and I was looking, and then it snowed, and then there's just patches of shit. And I was like telling my oldest, you got to get out there today because it's going to snow tomorrow, and it's going to cover up them all.
Yep.
Did he do it? No. And so
no.
now I know the yard is just covered in shit, but I got to wait for it to get a little warmer to melt.
So
I can see it all.
God knows we love having kids. They're just a bomb.
It's that thing with the dog, like the snow. Because like in the summertime, you're always out in the yard, right? And you see one poop, and you're like, somebody get the fuck outside and clean this up. I almost stepped in it.
Get in it now. Yeah.
But when it's wintertime, ain't nobody playing outside in the backyard. Like, if we're doing anything, it's in the front yard because it's bigger. There's no shit there.
Right.
If you want to build a snowman, you build it in the front yard. You don't build it in the backyard because you want everybody to see it. And so, we don't spend any time out there. We got a concrete walkway that goes to the garage and one goes to the street. And it's just like, she don't shit there. Right?
She don't.
So, hey.
I know. We got that same problem for us for the snow. I mean, for the rain. So you'll be out there and I'll just be looking out there and it's raining hard. And you just see the shit just getting pelted with the rain. And you're just like, let me get kids. And they always give you that look. Like, I'm like, I don't know why you're looking at me that way, but somebody's got to get out there. I Rochambeau'd already. Y'all lost.
Yeah. Well, sometimes if you want it done right with kids, you got to be out there being the foreman, holding the shovel.
You got to be out. Yeah.
You're just like, okay, your job is to find it. And then when you find one, you stand next to it. Your job is to hold the bag.
You're going to also teach the dog how to be a pointer. So come on over here, stand and point to the shed. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she was looking at me sideways that day that I told the kid you better get out there and do it.
Yeah.
Because she was just making I can't walk to my shit spot without getting near shit, Dad. Yeah. So can you get the kid out here to clean this shit up?
The dogs will look at me too, like, you're a little tardy on the dog shit cleanup. But you, I'll be looking right out there. Yeah, hurry up, it's raining. God damn it.
And boy, howdy, does what is she? Maybe 50 pounds
Right.
dog can destroy a yard in the fall
Yes.
and winter. Holy cow.
Quickness. With the quickness
It's
they get.
just stunning. That's why I
Hmm.
pray for the snow in the fall. I'm just like, please let it snow early this year because she destroys the yard. The yard becomes just like mud patches.
Yes.
And so
Oh,
around our big oak tree, it's just bare. And then there's a
right.
path from there to the fence that's totally bare. And then on the other side, there same thing. And it's just like, fuck this dog. Like, I don't, like I was just saying, I hate mowing the lawn, but in the backyard, under the oak tree, where you're barbecuing, I want just a nice little patch. It's
Just a patch.
probably, it's
Square
probably
patch.
like
Like maybe
35
4 squares
feet.
of a sidewalk.
Yeah, it's like, well, I would say it's probably about maybe 40 or 45 feet by
Mhm.
probably 60 feet.
Okay.
So it's not
That's nice.
huge, right? It's not huge, but it's a nice little chunk, right? I
Right.
got some flowers there, some daffodils and wildflowers and, you know, all that stuff. Nice oak tree that's shady. Oh, you got the amber jars, yeah. How much did
Yeah.
you pay for those?
I think it was like 24 or something like that.
Each
For no, no, for a box.
a case?
Yeah. Got it off of Amazon.
I paid 24 for two.
What?
Yeah, this
Oh,
past
yeah.
year.
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, no,
Hey,
no, no.
hold on. I got to yell at the kids real quick.
Don't yell at the kids. It's always good
Okay.
to yell at the kids. As a matter of fact, today, and this ain't about yelling at kids, today, me and my wife, we were out at this little restaurant and started to look around the place, and I noticed all these parents with these
Oh,
toddlers, and
okay.
I'm just turned to my wife and I said, "Thank God we don't have to deal with this shit." Oh, thank God. I mean, motherfuckers were going off. Everybody had to pee at one point in time. Oh God, I was so thankful. Love my kids. Love my kids. Love my kids. I'm just not one of those parents that say, "Oh, I wish for those days again when they were young and
Yeah.
and you
Well,
know."
the the
But you knew me.
the
I
thing
was
is,
never like that. I kept saying I can't wait till they get older so they can go do this shit. I can have them do this shit. Oh yeah, no.
I mean, the thing that for my oldest is that he hangs around kids who are
Yeah,
much older than him.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
those
I
are
was
his
like that.
friends. They're like,
Yeah,
4 or 5 years older than him
older.
are like
Mm-hmm.
the kids that he hangs out with. And so he gets it in his head that he's that age
That
and he's
old. Yep.
not, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
he can't handle things the way that they can. So like one of the neighbor kids came over a few hours ago, um, and they were just playing, the Xbox
Right.
for a couple hours. And then what I gather just happened is that the friend had to go home or got sent home,
Right.
and now the TV got turned off, and the kid's freaking out like a baby because,
Yeah.
let's face it,
Yeah.
he's not that old.
No. Mm-mm.
He isn't, and so he's freaking out, but he's acting like an older kid, and he's saying like older kid stuff, but
Yep.
he's out there crying like a baby, and you're just like, what? How do I deal with this? Like, what age are you, and how do I talk to you? And
Right.
so that's a challenge sometimes, we'll say.
Yes. It does become a challenge because you're trying to think. I mean, and I remember even talking with my kids about like, hey, as you get older, our relationship's gonna change. And you're gonna, come home or something's gonna happen where you're
Yeah,
gonna be like, you've never did that or said that. And I'm like,
I
yeah,
know.
because you get
Well,
older and I mean, we're fucking around
through
with my oldest and she said something and I just like looked at her and flipped her off and that's how we do things. And then she was like, "You've never done that before." I'm like, "What? You're 18 now. You're an adult now. I mean, now I don't have to treat
just
you like
don't be
I
one
love
of
you." But
those don't be one of
yeah,
those weird parents that like want to smoke a joint or go out and have drinks with you. Like,
Oh, I'll have a beer. I'll have a beer with my child, goddamn. But that's about it.
but yeah,
One
I
beer,
mean,
and then
yeah,
I'll
if
be
you're
like, I'm out
all
of here.
hanging out at home having a cookout and they want a
Yeah,
beer and you're drinking a beer, fine. But like,
yeah, yeah.
hey, let's go
But
out and
going,
have a couple of cocktails. It's like, no, no thanks.
nah, mm-mm, no,
Hey,
no, no.
I've got this joint here that we rolled for a special occasion.
I'll be like, well, I'll take that, and I will tell you how it's smoked later.
Shit, man. Watched that movie the other day. That movie is so fucking funny. The man, I
Which
can
one's
smoke
that?
anything, man. And it's just so even to this day because like movies like that was in the 70s, right? Like late
Right.
70s.
Yep.
Um, so Cheech and Chong, for those of you who
Yep.
didn't get the reference, but
Oh yeah.
uh, um, a lot of movies like that seem now to be either campy,
Yeah.
totally out of touch, or like super naive and innocent, you know?
Yes.
But
Yes.
those movies, and even their later movies got really campy, but that movie in particular
Yeah.
still stands up as it's like funny stoner humor, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
they knock down the fence. They're like, "Hey, pendejo!" Like the way that they turn the onus. You know, like
Yeah.
first he's tripping balls and then he scares them, and he starts freaking out, and then from the next minute the cop comes. And he's just laughing, and he's like, "Bro,"
Yeah.
he's just stuffing his face with
It's fades with the shit. Yeah.
mushrooms and weed. It's just so
Uh,
funny.
that is, man. That's the most I've ever seen a human take of acid before.
Hey, man, take these, man. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, man. Don't take those, man.
like,
Take these.
and we've had many of conversation, many of shit that like that's happening. Hey man, do that. No, wait, don't do that. Oh, damn, man,
Don't do that, bro.
don't
Don't do
do that.
that.
But you just told me to do that. Oh yeah, I didn't mean for you to do
No, no.
that.
Sorry.
Wait,
Sorry
there was
about
a
that.
part B to do that. Like do that,
Did
and then
you
all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, don't do that. Wait, what?
did you ever have a friend like that when you were younger? Like I had a friend, real cute girl who would carry around like an Altoids. Remember that tins? I don't know if they
Yeah,
still make Altoids. I haven't had an
yeah, they
Altoids
do,
in
they do.
20 fucking years. But she would carry around an Altoids tin and it would just be full of like pills and little baggies and stuff. And she
Yeah,
would like open it up and she'd be like, "Oh, hey, take one of these." And you'd be like,
yeah,
"What is this?"
yeah.
"Oh, it's
Just
like, it's Valium or
it's Quaalude.
whatever.
It's available.
Whatever."
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
value.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Quaalude.
It's a
Yes,
Quaalude.
yes.
And she
Like,
would
what?
know by the way, because all medicine has like a stamp on it, right?
Yeah,
Like if you
yeah.
Google like, I don't know,
Medicine eight
XYZ
five two three
five
two.
forty
Yeah.
eight, like it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh well, this is this, but this is way, 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 way before Google,
Before all that shit.
and
What?
she
Yes.
knew them all just by the number. Like if you had a pill and you'd be like, "Hey, what's this?" She'd be like, "Oh, that's Dilaudid, but that's mostly Tylenol, and
Yeah.
so it's
So,
not the good stuff."
yeah, you won't
But
like that stuff.
if you chop it up, cook it down
Yep.
in a spoon, and then snort it, then you're getting just the good stuff. And you're like,
Yeah.
"What?
Then you'll look. Yeah. You're like, wait, what? Yeah.
How do you know this?"
Yeah. How? Why? And
I
I've
mean,
been to your house. It doesn't seem like
she
that.
was like one of those people. She was my age, right? But she
Right.
just
Yeah.
seemed so much older and so much wiser and more mature. And you just like, you know,
How? And why? Like how? How did you get this
that's a
information? Like that was always me. Like, how did you get this information? Who? Because you did a lot of research, or somebody had to sit you down and talk to you about this shit. And
right,
and like you're my age, so
right. Like 19 maybe 20.
shit. I need to. Yeah, I knew him even a little younger. Out here, motherfuckers were like that. Fuck yeah.
I
Shit.
think
Oh,
man, I'm trying to remember, but I think she was from Texas, maybe. Colorado, some place that's not California, but obviously
For the
they do
place that would
things.
know all. Yeah, I was gonna say, for the place that knew all the good shit, lollipop though.
Well, true that.
Hmm.
But anyway, so I keep making this discovery. I make it almost on a weekly basis. Man, it's so dry here. My lips are like
Yeah, I was gonna say
they
something.
they
They look like they could cut diamonds.
they feel uh like chitlins. You know what
Raises
chitlins
that.
are?
Do I what? Do I know
Chitlins.
about? Do I know anything about chitlins? Yes.
Yeah, like remember the clear bag with the red writing of pork
Uh,
rinds?
yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
feel like. That's what they fucking feel like.
Oh,
That's
like
what
the
my lips
crackling. You
feel.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
crackling. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Crackling. Not chitlins, but crackling. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
isn't it the
Yeah.
same thing? Crackling and chitlin the same thing?
No, crackling is the skin.
Chitlin's the
Chitlin
intestines?
intestines. Yeah.
Intestines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah. Yeah.
feel like intestines, like deep fried intestines with hot sauce and chili powder on
Ooh.
them.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
I mean, they don't feel good. I was going to get
They
into the
sound
sauna
good.
today because I get into the sauna like, this is great. Being when it's so cold like this, I go into
Right.
the sauna for a half hour and I'm just like sweat, and then like I towel off, wrap the towel around my waist, and then I go stand outside, and it's
Wrapping
like
the towel
snowing.
around your waist is a must.
Well, because yeah, it is. Uh, uh, but I'll go outside and like, I'm like, man, this is like the polar bear club kind of thing. Rub snow on my body and then go inside and take a warm shower. It's like, man, it's really good. But
I can see this.
where was I going? Oh, sorry, my lips were chapped. But uh,
Nasty cat.
I do want to say that so I get reminded constantly of why I should never go on Facebook, and secondly, never read comments on people's posts, because there's a friend of ours that I'm not going to call out, but
Okay.
I don't even know if they're Niners. So that's a Bay Area person, so we know
Right.
them quite well. Uh, and they're like, "Go Niners," or "Goodbye Aaron Rodgers," or something like that. Like, so it had
Right.
something to do with Aaron Rodgers. And then like all the comments in there were like, "Yeah, that fucking anti-vaxxer asshole, that
What? What?
this motherfucker, that's what he gets for not taking the vaccine." And I was just like, Jesus Christ, Lord above, give me strength, because I'm about ready to fucking go off. He, you look,
Oh,
I really like Aaron Rodgers. He went to Cal. He has his roots in the
okay.
Bay Area. I
Yep.
hate the
Yep.
fucking Packers, but if you go to Cal and you have your roots in the Bay Area, like, I give you a small pass, right? Like,
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
going to root
Small.
for you, but
Right.
hey, like, whatever. I'm not going to openly wish for your death at
Yeah.
the hands of rabid
I'm not gonna
wolves
ask
or
for you to
something.
get mouth cancer or anything like that. I
Exactly.
just,
Exactly.
I don't want you to get mouth cancer. I just, I want you to lose.
Exact. Um,
That's what it gets for being non-vaccinated. Like what? Like
it's just like, motherfuckers. And so then I start seeing this everywhere from
right.
Bay Area people. And then I'm just like, this is why people hate people from California.
Mm-hmm.
You're so
That's one of the
stupid
reasons. Yeah. Yep.
that you're
I
so
mean,
stupid. He is allergic to the fucking vaccine. What the fuck is your problem?
again, what the fuck is your problem? Because who gives a fuck? I fuck if you don't want to get vaccinated, you don't. So what?
Don't.
Yeehaw, yeehaw,
Yeah.
yeah, yeehaw. Have a burrito. Who gives a goddamn? I mean, it really doesn't matter. Like that's what it's just.
No.
You're right. It is so funny. You're unvaccinated, so it's a good thing you lost. I mean, that's even what
It's
that's almost like.
it's
Uh-huh.
no. It's such pettiness that it just
Yeah.
like Tom Petty is rolling over in
Oh,
his grave at how petty that is.
oh, that is petty as a
Did
motherfucker.
did this guy come to your house and cough on your grandma?
Yes. cough on your
No.
grandma and fuck your mother in front of you? No, I mean, like that's what they're treating him like, and it's bullshit. It is.
And
I
he
mean, yeah,
fucking got COVID. You know, like
yes, yes,
what
but
do you
not bad
what
enough
the
for everybody. Not bad enough for them.
he didn't fucking die. Like him and Joe Rogan didn't die, and so people are mad about it. It's just like
Exactly.
my wife called me at some point this week and was like, "Yo, at the university, you can go and get a free booster."
Right.
And she's like, "I think I'm going to do it, but I need my card." So these are the handwritten cards that I famously have
Right.
talked about before that I have written my own name in. Uh, and she's like, "Can you bring it to me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll bring it to you, but I'm going to take a hard pass on the
Right.
booster. Um,
Right.
I'm not. Omicron hasn't killed a single person. It seems like a very good way to if I were to catch it, to get a whole lot of extra immunity that
Antibodies. Yeah.
that the vaccine isn't going to protect me from because it's a vaccine resistant strain. All this stuff, and I
Right.
don't want to deal with the side effects." And then she was like, "Oh yeah," because she got it really bad, like 2 days of like fever, aches,
Mm-hmm.
sweats. When
Yeah,
she
my
got her,
eyelashes hurt. Hmm.
yeah, she couldn't raise her arm. And I was like, "I don't know if you want to do that again." And she's like, "Oh my God, that's right. I totally forgot." It's kind of like when women
That's
like
COVID.
they want to have another kid, and
Yeah.
and it's just like, don't you remember that it really hurt coming out of you, and you were
Yeah.
fat for 9 months, and you couldn't hold your pee,
Damn.
and and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's right. That really sucked."
That motherfucker's like he's talking other people out of it. Hey, you may not want to
Hey
go do
man,
that again.
there's enough kids. Like if you got 2 kids, you're good. Don't have any more.
Hey, I'll tell people we have 3 because we didn't want 4. God damn it, shit. We're good to go. Everybody's happy.
We had
Yeah,
two
like I
because we
said.
didn't want one. I
Oh
had
yeah, like
I had friends like try to convince me that it was really good and healthy to have an only child, and I was like, "You're fucking insane. You're crazy. There's
yeah,
the best thing for this kid is to have another kid to fight with for
yes,
the next
yes.
what 16 years.
At least, yes,
And the
yes.
best thing for the second kid is that other kid to beat his ass for
That's
15 or 16 years.
exactly.
Like there's something wrong in a lot of ways with only children, with
With that
kids
only
who were
child.
just with they have, whether their parents were together or whatnot, doesn't really matter. The only kid growing up, there's
Yeah, the only
something
child syndrome.
very, very wrong with them. Because like you start talking to them and then they try to talk to you like an adult and you're like, you're 9, like I'm not taking you seriously. But that's all they've known is growing up around adults, so they talk like an adult, and you're like,
Yeah,
nah, son, nah, this
yeah,
ain't happening.
exactly. Like you're looking at him like, look, I'm about to go full deep on your fucking child. Okay, could
Yeah.
you, get this motherfucker away from me? I can't have a child talk to me this way.
No, it's rude. You're right, because it's rude.
Yeah,
Like, sorry, I just saw in my video feed that the
he's
picture
a
was
little off
crooked,
for you.
so
He said, "I'm
straighten it
fixing this
out.
goddamn it. Damn, it's on mine."
But
Well, yeah,
uh,
it does become. You're true. It's right. I mean, a kid like that, they start talking to you like, like you're an adult, and you're just like, yeah, this,
but
I gotta.
yeah, no, I have zero tolerance for a kid like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Exactly.
but going back to the whole Facebook thing, like I don't understand how you can be 2+ years in this stupid still about what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Like we're two
Yeah.
years into this fucking thing. It's pretty
Yes.
clear that the vaccines are not working the way that they intended to stop. Remember when they were like, well, all we need is 60% or whatever the number was of
Right.
Americans and everything's going to be great. And it's like, psych.
Yeah.
By the way, no.
Like I said, as soon as I got the first vaccine and I looked down and there were more boxes, empty boxes for you to get more shots, I right then and there I was like, oh yeah, this coming down the pike. Yeah, I don't. I
No,
mean,
and the ridiculous thing is that we've said it so many times on the podcast, is that these fucking drug companies aren't letting poor countries of color,
hmm
India,
Big
South
time.
Africa, any Africa. I saw something that like less than 5% of Africans are vaccinated. Like that's
Oh,
fucking insane. And we're giving boosters and we're vaccinating 5-year-olds here. Fuck
mm.
that.
Oh, they're
Take
vaccinating 5-year-olds now.
Yeah, aren't they? Isn't it? It's yeah.
Shit, you know, I I,
There's
I, I
there's
kind of
schools
zone
right
out
now.
after 15. Yeah, I just zone
It
out after 15.
no, they're vaccinating 5-year-olds now. I
Oh,
saw
damn.
a family member
Uh-huh.
with their kid who's the same age as my kid getting the
Right.
jab, and I was like, "Holy shit! Are you
Damn.
fucking kidding me?"
I didn't know that.
I mean, my kid's older than 5, but not by much. You know.
Right, right. And for me, after 15 years old, I'm done.
I
Like
mean,
anything lower than that, I don't really kind of zone in on just because mine are almost done. That's what I'm saying. I'm at the end. I don't really get.
yeah. And the hilarious thing, dude, is you know, uh, I've had pretty much everybody in my circle that I know has gotten COVID
Mm, okay.
within from like Christmas to like now. Pretty much
Damn.
everybody that I hang out with, um, that I see,
Right.
has gotten COVID.
Except you.
Is that my dog
Uh-uh.
running down the street? Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to see, is this your dog? I mean, we want to know, man. Do you have to go on out there and ask
well,
somebody?
it's on the other side of the street, and if it is, I'm not going after it. So
He said
she
it.
knows
That's
how to
my
get back
dog.
inside, so I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
concerned.
Oh, nice. I like that. I like that. That's the
Uh,
difference between out there and here. It's like run. Have you
uh,
do they run those commercials out there about telling you not to let your dogs out at night?
because it's cold.
No, well, no, because well, probably right now they probably wouldn't have it, but in the summertime they used to in some places where they tell you not to let your dogs out at night because they form packs, and then they start taking down like fucking like small fucking. You never heard about that? Yeah, motherfuckers,
What the fuck
like
are you
especially out
talking
in the
about?
country. Yeah, motherfuckers would let their dogs out at night. You let your dogs out, and then they meet up with all these other dogs, and they form little packs at night and shit. And they go take down like fucking little like some small cattle. Sometimes they take out fucking deers and shit. You never heard about that, huh?
Bro, this isn't San Salvador or fucking Timbuktu or
Motherfucker, they used to do this shit
where,
up in Idaho and
where
Washington.
wild dogs run the streets. Oh shit. Like Mexico. Holy cow. That's the one time
They got
I
some
did
dogs out there.
encounter a pack of wild dogs while
I was
traveling
gonna
in
say they
Mexico,
have some
and
dogs
I
out
was
there.
like, I'm going the other way. They
Yeah,
all looked up at me, and I was like, check please. I'm going this
yeah,
way now.
exactly. Like, they were all talking. They were all talking amongst themselves. They're like, "Yeah, if you go in the corner, and then they all stopped and looked right at you."
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Change your
But
plans."
it's just South Dakota, so it's basically like America, only a little colder and a lot flatter. So we're doing
No, they
okay
don't
here
give
with
you
the
those
wild
PSAs
dog.
out there for your
No,
dogs.
but you know what they do tell us? Don't go outside after 11 in the summertime because we're spraying harmful, toxic chemicals into your yard to kill mosquitoes. Oh yeah, there's a truck and it has like this. It looks like it's
Like
something
a
out of
fog machine.
yeah. It looks like it's something out of 1984 because it's got like the unofficial sirens and lights that are usually like orange or
they're like
yellow, and you're
yellow
like,
or
oh
orange.
fuck
Yeah,
this, it's not an ambulance, so who
yeah.
the
I ain't
fuck
getting out
cares?
of this motherfucker's way at all. Fuck him.
And so it drives around spraying fumes into your yard at night because I've been sitting out on the stoop in the front yard, and I
Right.
heard it. And when my mom came to visit, she was like, hey, they're spraying in your yard. And I'm like, who's they, Mom? It's not. My mom famously does not like Bill Gates at all. And so I was like, is it Bill Gates? And she's like,
Oh,
no,
Bill,
they're spraying.
around
They're
here.
spraying chemicals. And I'm like, what? Because I have some raised garden beds right in the
Right.
corner there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I Googled it. Sure as shit. A month or two later, I'm sitting outside on the stoop with my wife and some neighbors, and the goddamn thing just drives by, sprayed all of us. And I'm like, oh, great. Now we've got some rare form of leukemia. But then, they're like, they were so nonchalant. They're like, oh, no, that happens all the time. It's like, okay. It's totally not toxic to humans. Apparently,
Like,
they like the droplets are like mineral oil or something, and so it like sticks to the bugs. I don't know.
yeah, right. It's not harmful to humans at all. Yeah. So you just gonna blindly believe that shit, but get mad at somebody blindly believing something about COVID. Okay,
Right.
let's just roll with that
Exactly.
shit.
Exactly.
And then you say, oh, let me just poke a hole right here. Like,
It's so
oh
funny.
yeah. It's when the
It's so
facts
funny.
meet what you want. That's what it is. That's what it is.
And that's the thing that kind of ties a lot of themes that we talk about in the podcast together is that like you see people adopt whatever their narrative, opinion, whatever along such like if you were gonna drive across a bridge built out of your kind of opinions,
Mm, mm,
like you
mm,
say your
mm.
kids learn to drive, and you're like, hey,
I
here's
wouldn't even
this
walk across
bridge
that
that
bridge.
I built. This thing would collapse under the weight of an ant. You wouldn't let your kid drive across this bridge of your narrative, but goddamn, are you so vocal about the way that you feel and the
Yes.
way this is how it should be, and fuck everybody else. Man,
Yep.
I'm so tired of fuck everybody else.
Mm. Hey,
I'm so tired of it.
but
Even
that's what
people
you
that
hear a lot of.
I vehemently disagree with, like
Mhm.
whatever to them. Like
Yep.
go with God.
Yeah.
Vaya con Dios, amigo.
Vaya con Dios. That's it. Vaya con Dios, motherfucker.
I
Hope you
just
have enjoy yourself.
I don't I just don't want to be mad at people anymore. Like I know a lot of morons.
Mm.
Not particularly
You
mad
too.
at them, but it's just like stop. But at the same time, stop being mad at other people, morons. Stop it. I don't like it.
Yeah. There's no reason to be mean to anybody. There's no reason to be mad. Just like, let it go. Let it go.
You mad, bro?
Yeah. You mad, bro? You mad? Come on, bro. Ain't no reason to be mad. You don't have a taser, do you, bro?
Don't tase me.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. That's what I be hearing now too. A lot is that word is bro. I mean, like, it, even my kids use it. Even in their group, in their whole circles, I be hearing them. They're all girls. I'll be like sitting there and you'd be like, "Hey, bro, like, what the fuck's going on up in here?"
Dude, I'm so guilty of using bro because I say it all the time. All the time. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
this. I'm I'm so terrible at it. I'm the person that you need to make fun of the most because I say it all the time. I say it to my kids. I say it to my wife. I say it to everybody. Oh, so I was thinking about doing this. Bro, let me tell you. about that. Bro, you can't believe this.
Yeah, my bro is motherfucker. Hey, can I get the motherfucker? Did I
Well,
ask? Let me tell you.
well, that's so that is the reason, right? Because like I don't want to use that type of language in out
Right,
and
right,
out and about. So
right,
now
right.
it's always bro,
Yeah,
because it would have
bro.
been like, holy shit, man, or oh man, motherfucker. Guy,
Yeah, that's when it
I
would
don't
be.
talk
Oh man,
like
motherfucker.
I really don't talk like that anymore, which is weird because I'll catch myself sometimes talking to certain people and I'll just be like,
Right.
I'm about ready to say motherfucker like a motherfucker.
And of course, that's why I stay the fuck away from motherfuckers because I start to curse people. Just
You know,
yeah, motherfuckers are like, okay, I'm gonna go
well,
fucking stand over here.
I think that there's like, I think that it's one of the great things about being in the Bay Area and whatnot is how open people are to the way other people are. You know, like
Yeah,
if you're like someone who uses an extreme amount of foul language, like I used to and you currently do, you can be accepted in normal society. It's
yeah,
just like, oh yeah, he's the guy who says fuck all the time, or
yeah.
in your case,
Basically,
the N word.
or
You
N word.
know?
Yeah, yeah. I say nigger a lot. Yeah, that's true.
um,
Kids hate it.
but in other parts of the country, they tried to like shield and mask that. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it's frowned
it's
upon.
something that well, it's because of their own perceptions that it's frowned upon, right? Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like to say these words, especially racist people, but
Oh fuck yeah, they
all
do.
other people,
Yes, yes. Shit, yeah,
you
they
know, they
do.
like to say fuck it or, you know,
Yeah. Fuck it.
suck a
What the
dick,
fuck? Yeah, kissing ass. All of it. They do. They love it.
bug Mahone.
Ugly, oh, motherfucker.
But they don't because they're, you know, so they're like self-policing
Mm-hmm.
in a way.
Yep.
And I've been finding it since I moved, I've definitely been self-policing my own language. Part of it is because
But you have a
my
business though. I mean,
well, that's
you running some
that
shit. And and you rubbing elbows with fucking senators and shit like that. You can't be
yeah.
talking like my jackass. I mean, that's not gonna fucking work. I mean, they're not gonna
did
take you seriously. Yeah.
did I tell you about the time that I let me stop coughing here.
Easy, easy. Let it out. Let it out. Oh goddamn. And but oh shit, you just spit up
Did
all
I
the
tell you
fucking.
about the time that I was at this black tie gala and I was
You?
sitting at this gigantic table with uh, all the board of directors of a local bank, and
Oh
we were
damn.
shit faced drunk. And I was trying, and I had convinced them to give me like $7 million. Like
What the?
we were so wasted, and
You
they're
had
like
to be
all in
fucking.
suits, and they're like ties are over their heads, and I was like, bro, I need this, bro. I need this money for this. This business venture
Bro,
is, and they're
brother,
like, holy cow,
Broham.
this is so great. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
we're
you can tell
hugging,
they're
and
drunk.
we're so drunk. And then I saw the one of the guys, like the next day or that week, and I was like, so when am I getting that money? And he's like, what? What? And I was like, I should have recorded that conversation because you all agreed to it.
You should have been like, look, motherfuckers, here. And then watch, next week you're going to be driving down the street and see a fucking billboard for your fucking idea that they just fucking invested in.
Probably, probably.
Now that would be America. That's American like a motherfucker right there.
Mm.
I mean, that's American. That's just like fucking what's his name, Paul McCartney telling Michael Jackson about his portfolio of music coming up forbid Michael Jackson just coming in and sticking his dick on the table and said, "I'll take that." Now that's American right there. That's some shit right there.
Also, accused pedophile as well. So
So you gotta be like my mother, huh? At a black barbecue and try to defend.
I love to see people. I love to see people try and defend Michael Jackson, O.J. Simpson.
My
Who
mom
else?
did that at a fucking barbecue. She's done that when they got on it. They were talking about OJ, and she said, "Well, he did kill 2 people." Like,
you know that
everybody stopped talking and like looked at her. Like, even I looked. Oh, she was telling me about it. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Well, I just want them to remember. I was like, okay.
It's still funny to this day. Not in a good way though.
No, not in a good way. But hey,
because I can remember people telling me when I would say that, they'd be like, "Yeah, well, they beat Rodney King's ass," and I'm like, "Yo, OJ isn't giving anything to Rodney King, dude."
Yeah, exactly. How is an ass whooping worse than the 2 murders? I mean, like, that's my question. Like, wait, what? Like,
he ain't giving anything to OJ. Yeah. He's not doing it.
Yeah, stop. Oh, man. I always tell people, you get pulled over by the cops, they ask you what happened, you tell them OJ did it. I said, that's all you tell them. You tell them OJ did it. I'll even roll down the window sometimes and scream it when they've got people pulled over. I'm like, tell them OJ did it.
Which is a episode of our podcast. I'm trying to remember which one. Tell them OJ did it.
Tell them OJ did it. That might have been 50, episode 50. Well, shit, you know what, y'all go back and look them up. That'd be some good old time laughs. But yes, tell them OJ did it. It's funny. Oh man, shit. He living in Florida.
Episode
now,
41.
Right?
You're right, old Luke. Episode 41 on October 5th of 2017.
2017. God damn, that's a long time.
Tell him OJ did it.
Tell him OJ.
This podcast has gone on probably longer than it should have.
That was a long time ago. About as long as your hair, so that was a while ago.
This is my Aaron Rodgers hair.
That's your Aaron. I was just gonna say your Aaron Rodgers hair. How far are you gonna let it go? All the way?
Not much more. Maybe another inch. But the thing is, I look, because I'm very sensitive about these things, I look much older when my hair is down.
Oh, really?
Like I just, maybe it's just my perception, but when I look at pictures of me with my hair down, I'm like, and then I've been thinking lately, like, man, I should just cut my hair. Like, cut it.
Like off?
Off, yeah.
Oh, you got a good peanut hair for it? Not too,
No, not like shave it, but like cut it like really short. Like the way that I used to wear it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, bringing the old style back.
I haven't had my hair this long since I was like probably 19 or 20.
I was going to say, before I met you.
Yeah,
Before I met you. Yeah, good. He had it long. But now, did you have it long down to your butt?
No, it was definitely past my shoulders, though.
Oh, damn.
But
damn.
The other thing is when it's up like this, goddamn, and you go outside and you don't have a hat on, holy shit, your neck gets really cold. So the move is to have your hair down and then put snow. What the fuck word am I? A winter hat on.
Okay.
Then you look like you're like in a grunge band and you live in Seattle or something, because your hair is down and it
Yeah.
covers your neck and everything's
Can
cool.
you play the drums?
But when your hair is up and then you put a hat on, now there's like this weird bump here and your neck is freezing. So
They might think you're Rastafarian.
maybe. I don't know if they know what Rastafarians are in South Dakota, so
Ooh, damn. Well, come on now. I'm sure Bob Marley reached away out there, and then somebody thought about something.
yeah,
He's
I
like,
don't know. I've never heard Bob Marley being pumped out of a car
oh,
window. I've never
oh,
heard
well,
it.
you need to change that. You need to change
Well,
that,
because
my
I
brother.
do, because I roll around, I listen to whatever the Sirius channel is of reggae, and I'll just be
Oh, yeah.
rocking around to Bob
That's a
Marley
good one.
radio or whatever they call it.
That's a good one. That is. We used to have it. Yeah, they used to
Yeah,
play some good ass
I think
shit.
there's quite a lot of people who don't like reggae, though. That's what I've noticed.
Oh, up, yonder way where you're at.
Yeah,
Mm, mm,
yeah.
mm. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Dang, I'm really damn with all them students up out there. Goddamn, that's surprising.
Well, I just don't think that people have been exposed to it.
Ah, okay. I got you. I got you on that. That's true. Oh shit. Shit. Here's some banging noise up in here. I thought somebody was dying, falling down and tripping and shit up over here.
Well,
Oh,
in a little bit, once we hang up, you're going to see how committed to grilling I am because
oh
I
yeah.
shoveled the driveway and then I'm going to push the grill outside into the driveway, start the fire,
Oh shit.
and
What you
I got.
grilling?
I have a skirt steak from my
Okay.
cow that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we have crushed that animal. I was looking
Yeah.
in my freezer today and I was like, holy cow, we've eaten so much of that
Mm-hmm.
fucking cow.
Right. And you
Like,
supplemented with with when you went hunting and you got you shot all that pheasant and all that and you still with even supplementing with that you crushed it and went through it, huh?
yeah, and we bought some poultry from another farm, and then we also did the pig.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, fuck, dude, like I've got 3 packages of pork chops left. I think that's all I have of the pig.
Damn.
And uh, I got a bunch of like tenderloin steaks, a little bit of ground beef. Like ground beef hung on last year until like, fuck, dude, like August. We had ground
Yeah, man.
beef
Boom.
from around Thanksgiving time to August. We had ground beef, dude. This year, I'm going through this ground beef is going to be crushed by February.
I'm
Like,
telling you, and them kids' bellies haven't even started to heat up yet. I mean, they're still young, boy. That woo, woo.
so I got the skirt steak from my cow. It's
Right.
chilling. It's hanging out. I'm going to rub it. I'm going to just make a real traditional because I got, oh, fuck, that's right. I got to do that. I made some
That rub. Uh-huh.
focaccia dough. So I'm going to make like a
Ooh.
real traditional, like Sicilian Italian meal.
Oh,
I'm going
look
to
at
grill
you.
that steak and make some baked pasta and some focaccia bread. And I got
Mm.
some greens that I'm going to grill and all that. And so, but I left
Nice.
the focaccia bread in the fucking bowl before the podcast. I meant to put it out on a sheet pan so that it can rise
Oh,
again. So,
oh.
but it's okay. It's all good because,
Hey, you work with it.
yeah.
You'll get it. It's like, God damn it. Oh, shit. That's when you gotta be able to get on the phone and text right quick. Hey. But oh well, no, they wouldn't know what to do. Meaning the boys, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, soon you'll be able to do stuff like that. I love doing that now when I just be like, hey, could you go down? I want this cut, this, and that. And they sit down there and they'll go and cut it up. It's nice. It is real nice. It is.
Yeah. um, but, just like I said, having a cheeseburger that came
Yeah.
from one animal,
Ooh.
and it's organic beef, it's grass fed, so it's like it's not
Yeah.
the. I do admit that I do like really fatty burgers, like 80-20 ground
Ooh,
beef.
yeah. That's nice and good. Yeah, that's nice and juicy too. That's a
Yeah,
juicy.
but having it from, I would probably say it's probably like 85-15 or maybe 90-10.
Mm.
But uh, like laying a piece of like bacon from your pork, your pig, and
Yeah.
then cooking it that way, and then just like having that. Oh man, dude, it's so good.
Oh,
Being able
yeah.
to buy, an animal,
Yeah. Hmm. A
dude.
side of it, and then you have a nice little freezer that you can just stack it all up in. Oh,
Yeah.
I bet. And that's one thing you don't have to go to the store for anymore. I mean, what are you hitting the grocery store for? What, just juice?
uh, yeah, like,
Some vegetables.
dude, I started making my own kombucha too. Like
Right. Oh,
I've
look
got
at
a
you.
a
Look at
batch
you.
of apple, carrot, ginger kombucha going on right now. I
Oh,
just made it. Um, what do I?
oh, get you.
So vegetables this time of year because I've kind of
Right.
I still have a lot of like canned peaches, canned adobo, uh, a couple cans left of green beans, and one can of pickled jalapenos.
Right.
But we've kind of
But
gone
you need,
through the garden, like all the tomatoes
yeah,
and chilies and
that's
all
what I'm
that
saying.
shit.
Right now, probably just what that vegetables and what juice. Like I said, juice, what milk.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
like some frozen shit, eggs,
yeah.
you know.
Eggs. There you go. When you gonna get chickens?
Never, never. Because
If,
I was talking, a neighbor of mine just like a block over has a bunch of chickens, and right when I moved here, me and my kid were walking down the street just exploring the neighborhood, and I was like, oh my god, they've got this awesome chicken coop and chickens, and their dog was super annoying and came out, was like barking like crazy, and then she came out, and I was like, oh my gosh, we want to get chickens, and she's like, oh, let me tell you, if I had it to do all over again, I wouldn't do it. I was like, okay, and she's like, they stop laying eggs after about a year and a half or 2 years, and they like the amount of flies that they generate during the summer is insane, and they've destroyed the yard and all this, and I was like, okay, I don't want any of those things because the
yeah,
flies here are super fucking shitty.
yeah, I bet. Out that
and,
way in the summertime and shit.
and
Yeah, even
we
in the
already
spring.
I already
Yeah,
talked about how much I hated the dog destroying the yard.
yeah.
That
Chicken will fuck your
chickens,
shit
man,
up.
I'm gonna kick a fucking chicken. Like I'm
They
gonna
will
kick it
fuck your
over the
shit up.
fucking garage. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want
You have
that.
to surrender your
I
yard.
want green grass.
Yeah.
I want to go outside, lay under my oak tree with an ice cold beer, and smell the
Hmm.
fire getting ready, and I just want to lay there. That's it. You can't do that with chickens.
No, 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 no. You wouldn't. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
No, no.
this
You're
time
right.
of year, you got to be heating their ass too. So wherever their chicken coop is has to be heated because
Yeah, you
they
will
can't
have to do
survive.
that.
Like even cold weather kind. I think your wife sent me a book about
Right.
chickens and like these are the cold weather kind of chicken. Fuck those chickens. Those chickens are going to be fucking popsicles.
You gotta have to eat it out there. There's no lie.
Yeah, yeah,
You
they're
gotta
not
have
the
something.
cold weather ass
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
You got it's what 20 below, motherfucker? Oh, okay, yeah,
No,
yeah. You need to put these motherfuckers in the house.
yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, no, no,
I can remember
no.
my dad got ducks, baby ducks one year,
Yeah.
and he kept them in the house the entire winter,
Oh,
and then
oh,
put them outside until like he made this little like koi pond. It wasn't a pond; it was like
right.
probably 7 feet by 7 feet or whatever.
Yeah,
Put them
like a
out
little
there.
bucket.
Yeah, they stayed there the whole summer, and then in the winter he brought them back in again, and they
Oh,
lived in the basement or the garage, and I was just like, what the fuck? Why are there? I'd come over to his house and there'd be ducks in the garage, and I'm like, why
yeah.
the fuck are there ducks here?
Yeah, shouldn't they have
Then the
flown
same
south,
thing,
motherfucker?
same thing. Yeah, they didn't have their wings clipped. They could fly if they wanted to.
Right.
Same thing next year. Puts them out in the summertime. And then thankfully, a skunk came and
Oh,
fucking killed every single one of them.
he said, thankfully. Damn.
I can
The
remember
Dutch were
going
just out there
over.
chilling.
I can remember showing up to the house in August or something, and then my half brother was like, "A fucking skunk ate all the ducks," and I was like, "Thank God." And he's like, "I was trying to shoot him with my BB gun and I couldn't," and I was like, "You're a
Wait,
loser."
what? Yeah,
Like,
wait, what? Yeah.
ducks
Wait, what do you mean
don't
you could?
belong in the house. This is how
Yeah.
people get botulism and all kinds of weird disease. How do you think that we got
COVID.
coronavirus?
COVID went that way. Come on. We got the 1-9 that way.
We know
Somebody
that
was
there's
living with 2 bats and a pig
yeah,
and a
exactly.
hyena
They fucked them both in the ass and somehow got it.
and swapped spit with a hyena and boom. COVID.
That's how
Now
it
that's a
happened, ladies and
recipe for
gentlemen.
your ass, Darwin.
All right, motherfucker. I'm gonna go
Up,
outside.
up.
It's 5 o'clock, and I wonder what the
Oh,
temperature is. Let's look. Let's look for
oh,
shits and
yeah.
giggles.
Yes.
Weather.
Yes. Take pictures. We'll put it up on the Instagram for you, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Shit like that.
It
Again, remember you can find us on
is.
here on the YouTube channel and also on Spotify and iTunes. It's lovely to see us on there. It's real lovely. So you can take us on the go for those of you who go back to work or just want to
Well,
sit in the corner and get away
it
from their kids.
is uh
What is
19.
it?
Oh no, it's 9
19?
degrees. 9 degrees. Sorry,
9 degrees.
9 degrees. I'm gonna go out and grill like a
Oh,
man.
9 degrees. Like a man?
I don't cook in a fucking kitchen. I go
Oh, no,
outside and
man.
cook on a
Oh,
fire.
man. That's it.
Oh,
Oh,
and it's snowing. Oh, it
and
is
it's no.
snowing. So that's the kind of man that I am.
You
All
got
right,
real
Lou.
time weather
Anything else,
report right
sir?
there. Well, you go be a real man out in the fucking snow, as you can see right behind me. I got sunny days up in this
Yeah,
mother.
that's
You
what
can say
makes
fuck you
all
all
of
you
you.
want. Yeah.
That's what makes
You
all
can
of you
say
so weak.
I'm weak as a
That's why
bad titty,
you got to
goddamn
be
it.
on Facebook making fun of a guy who is allergic to the COVID-19 vaccine as an anti-vaxxer because you people are so weak that you can't even. Your minds are like Jello. You can't
That's
even
what he gets.
formulate.
He deserved to lose. He should have lost. He
Hey,
should have. That's what he
they
gets.
definitely deserve to lose, but I don't know if it's for that reason. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
deserve to lose for that. That's like saying, yeah. It's just like when two teams get down and they pray, for the game. They both pray to win. What's that saying? That God likes the other one better. I mean, it's just stupid. You just don't need to do that shit. You don't.
Nah,
You
nah.
don't. Yeah, uh-uh. And for those of you who
I
care,
like
we're
how
just
the
realizing,
games where somebody
right?
gets seriously hurt, so they're like paralyzed for the rest of their life, or their leg comes off or something, and then everybody is praying around them. It's like it's
Yeah,
a little too late, don't you think? Too late for that.
yeah. It's too late. Yeah, it's too late for that.
So
Oh,
so
goddamn
so
it.
the guy that you're praying to just let that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and that was his plan. I guess he has another plan for him later on when
Right?
he's
It's
in the
called
hospital
shitting in a
breathing through his
bag for
tube.
the rest of
Yeah,
his life.
yeah. His plan is to help the doctor learn how to be a better doctor from this shit. That was God's plan. So you were just a pincushion. That's all.
His plan was to donate his kidneys to an alcoholic in Fresno.
His plan was for you to die and give life to another.
All right, man. You know what they say.
They say suck a dick, kiss an ass, motherfuckers with a side of Pug Mahone. Oh yes, 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 they do.
All
Yeah, have
right.
fun
Stay
grilling,
warm
you
out there,
bastard.
motherfuckers.